What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the auction house in college football ultimate team because of the most recent Heisman moments drop. I believe you're going to see a lot of these Heisman moments cards, even a guy like Braylon Edwards, get super cheap on this game, and definitely could be worth you guys looking to pick up for your specific squad. Now, I want to start with this. Anytime you get a big-time player like a Calvin Johnson, people are going to open more packs than if you get, an LTD center that's kind of a no-name. That's just the realistic, part of it. People want big-time names. Calvin Johnson is exactly that. Calvin Johnson is an absolute stud on this game, and people are opening up a lot of packs. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means a lot of these cards are going to be good, but they're going to get way cheaper. Let's look at Darren McFadden for an example. Darren McFadden is your best running back in the game. He is. And because people are opening so many packs, he is being pulled quite often. And his price went from 360 to 200,000 coins in the course of one day, which is a massive drop off in price. I mean, that is an absolutely massive tank in price for a guy like Darren McFadden, who I like the card. I do. But again, he is going to be dirt cheap. Hunter Henry should be 50,000 coins. He's not going to get any more expensive than that today. You look at the defensive side of the ball, Quenton Williams is now 50,000 coins. And I like Quenton Williams, but he is 50,000 coins. At least this one's 50. I'll buy him and resell him for 78. But cards are getting dirt cheap on the auction house. They are. No matter what position you guys are looking for today, you can pick up cards for super cheap because people are flying out, or these cards are flying out of packs because there are so many packs being opened. Even a guy like Katzenmoore. I like Katzenmoore. I want to pick him up today for my squad because I know his price is only going to, get cheaper throughout today. So there are a lot of these cards from this Heisman Moments drop that I am personally looking to pick up. Even a guy like Darquez Denard. I want to pick him up. This one's 63,000. Is he going to get cheaper than that? I don't know. He could. But that is another guy that I am looking to pick up for my specific squad today. So no matter what position you are looking for, guys, these Heisman Moments cards are your best value cards in the game. Jameis, 50,000 coins, a steal. He's my quarterback for 50,000 coins 100% of the time. Darren McFadden's 92 overall. If I can get one for, I don't know, a little bit cheaper, he is going to be my new starting running back. Braylon Edwards, I've kind of already mentioned it. He's under 100,000 coins. For that price, he's an absolute steal. Hunter Henry, 50,000 coins. An absolute steal at the tight end position. You can go position by position, guys. And I can give you an absolute steal for every specific position that you want today. Because there are so many of these Heisman Moment cards that it's just like, wow. That is an absolute steal of a card that's an absolute stud that you can get for super cheap. So that's where I'd be looking today. And that's not even me mentioning these cheaper budgeter options. Like an 89, some of these 89 overalls are still really good. So let's look at like an 89 Jameis Winston, for example. Right now, like 20,000 coins can get you Jameis Winston, who I still like. 89 overall Braylon Edwards is going to be one of your best budget wide receivers in the entire game. There aren't really any being put up right now, but that is something to obviously think about. Is you're going to have some big time ballers. You're also going to have some of these budget beasts for your specific squad. So honestly, I'd wait for Calvin Johnson's price to go down a little bit. I don't mind the $9.97, but I don't want to lose a ton of value on the card. However, one thing I'm thinking about is we saw an LTD not too long ago in a drop as well. And so I don't think Calvin Johnson's price is going to be that high for a long time because, again, Zachariah Branch came out not that long ago. And so I think the new thing, at least for me today, is can I pick up both of them? Can I just revamp my whole wide receiver position today with Megatron Calvin Johnson, with Zachariah Branch, and then topping it off with Braylon Edwards? I might have a whole new wide receiving core by the end of today because, again, so many solid options for you guys. And that goes for all the Rivals cards. Again, people are fascinated by the new Heisman Moments drop. Well, guess what? Some of these cards for their prices still should be pretty solid in the game, and you can definitely look at it. The problem is these cards aren't being pulled that much right now. And again, so they just might not be as common of cards as far as the overall picture. But for me, I'm going to make some massive changes. I haven't picked up a lot of my squad that I want to for this weekend's gauntlet. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at. Can I get a Darren McFadden for, let's say, 190, look, 190 or 179 is not a bad price for him. Again, I might want to get him for cheaper than that, but that's not bad. I'm just not pulling the trigger yet because I don't know. Darqueze Dennard again for 63, not bad. I mean, Katzenmoyer, if I can get him for under 100, boom. It's a good price for a really good middle linebacker in the game. And so those are the things that today I'm really looking at are, what do I want to get these cards for? What prices? And what am I willing to pay? And again, these cards still might go down, but I feel like by next, let's say Tuesday, next Wednesday, a lot of these cards and their values are going to go up. Even a guy like Darren McFadden, if there's one for 179, I'm just going to buy him because I really think the card's good. I think he's going to retain that value. And so that's where I'm at with things. Even a Braylon Edwards for 94 is an absolute steal. He's going to retain a lot of that specific value. So that's kind of my approach to things. If you find cards that you want to get, again, set a price you want to get them for and pick them up today because a lot of these cards are going to be relatively cheap. And even a guy like Quenton Williams, you know what? There was just one up for 50,000 coins. You could have a great opportunity today to snipe some cards as well. Braylon Edwards for 75,000. I mean, you just can't pass up on a card like that. So that's kind of where I would look at if I were you guys, or who are cards that I can pick up. I'm just gonna buy this one and do my gameplay and then figure it out. But who are cards that I can pick up for a specific price? And again, not lose a ton of value on him. Obviously, Calvin Johnson, I'm going to do a gameplay of him. I'm going to lose some coins on him, but that's okay. Like, I'm willing to obviously take that. But even a guy like Zachariah Branch today is definitely high on my target list. So many different options for you guys to pick up today. The auction house is kind of a disaster when it comes to these Heisman Moments cards. And so for me, pick a couple of cards that you really want to pick up, whether it's Jameis Winston, whether it is Darren McFadden. Those are a couple of cards that are high on my list of guys that I really want to target to pick up. And I feel like once I do get all these cards, even like a Darqueze Dennard, my squad is going to level up in a big time way. So spend some time on the auction house. Don't just see the crash and, oh, well, this card got cheaper today, so I'm just going to buy him. No, still try to get him for cheaper because you probably will be able to. Even a guy like Darren McFadden, I think if I find the right one, I'll probably be able to get a Darren McFadden for probably right around that 175 price point. Now, maybe not. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll end up having to spend a little bit of more coins on the card. But I think for that price, I should be able to get the card. So that's kind of where I'm at, what I'm looking at. I've already picked up a couple of cards. Still trying to, finish my squad off. But even at the 50,000 coin mark, guys, there's going to be so many cards to pick up. Even if you want Kenneth Walker, if you want a guy like Darqueze Dennard, he can't get cheaper than 50,000 coins. So guess what? I'm going to pick the card up. I love Dennard. Make sure he's a 91 overall. But again, I love the card. He is going to do really, really good things for my squad. So should see prices continue to drop throughout today. So many people are pulling packs for Megatron. Honestly, I don't blame people. Like, Megatron is a fun, exciting card in the game. So I don't blame anybody for pulling packs for Megatron. But we as, us can take advantage of that. And a lot of these cards, especially their prices, I feel like the wide receivers are going to just go down in price because there are so many good options. But for this weekend, for the gauntlet, hey, I'm going to pick up some of these guys, and I'm going to go crazy in the gauntlet this weekend. It's that simple, that easy. Stay tuned because I've got I just picked up some big-time players to add to my specific squad. So that's going to wrap it up. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.